YouTube, what's going on, YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and we are back with another fragrance video. All right, Smell Good family. Hopefully, everyone out there is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic, doing awesome, super duper, whatever word that you want to use to best express that. I hope everything is truly going well. All right, so we are back. We are back with my favorite video of the week. That is the weekly rotation video. All right, so we're going to document every fragrance that I wore during the week of September the 24th. And you know, we have some good choices here, some good experiences here this week, and a brand new fragrance that I'm going to be talking a little bit more about in future videos real soon. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. On Sunday, man, shout out to my brother Cedric Farr, Tyrone Koppel. He blessed me with this bottle a little while ago, and I'm just really getting around to wearing it. And man, this stuff is good, man. I hope it's not discontinued or nothing like that, because I'm going to want to get me a bottle of this stuff from the house of YSL. We have YSL's Cologne. YSL's Cologne. So he blessed me with this bottle. He had another bottle on deck for himself. He asked me had I spent any time with it, and I was like, no, I don't. And this, man, this is good stuff. This is along the lines of like Prada L'Homme for me. Just a real nice, clean, kind of nice citrus, slightly spiciness. I love the ginger in here. Kind of really stands out to my nose off my skin. But on Sunday, I was really chilling, watching NFL football, doing some recording, doing some editing. Didn't really leave the house like that, and this was just a great fragrance for me to wear, kind of like a cozy type of fragrance. So man, I spent some time with YSL L'Homme. Gonna spend some more time with it because I got a little bit left in here, but I'm gonna be doing some hunting to see if I can get me a good price on the bottle if I can. I don't know if it's even available anymore or even in stores. I have no clue, but this is what I rocked on Sunday. Shout out to my guy Sid for sure. YSL's L'Homme. This stuff is good, man. Stuff is good. All right, up next on Monday, we return back to the office from a weekend off, and this is becoming one of the top for the office fragrance, for the office scents that I have in my entire collection, man. From the house of Toomey, we have Awaken Distilled. Awaken Distilled. Man, this stuff is really nice and perfect for the office. Man, I know that the Fougere fragrance profiles are a really good conversation because, you know, some people think it smells a little old or grandpa or like your dad or whatever, but well, this is a modernized version of that Fougere. You get this black lavender note that kind of gives it a very more, I ain't gonna say dark, but maybe spicier, heavier approach than just your traditional lavender, and it really stands out here. This is very has some spice to it, masculine feel, Fougere style all the way around. Kind of has a touch of earthiness to it, but it rounds out with some nice citruses, and it just overall, this is a very good fragrance for me personally for the office. Now you can do what you want with your fragrances, but just off my experience, and the straight to parfum concentration, it lasts. Get a good quality here, man. This stuff is good. From the house of Toomey on Monday, we went with Awaken Distilled. And if you're interested in this, head over to So Avant Garde. You can get you a sample or even get the bottle. It's really up to you. They also have another fragrance that I'll be reviewing here soon. Use my code DEDRICK20 on the sample or the bottle if you're interested, okay? Sample first though, sample first, all right? Up next on Tuesday, from the house of Carolina Herrera, we went with this one. Has a long name, and I'll be just saying parts of it at times, but this is Bad Boy Cobalt Blue. Bad Boy Cobalt Blue Cobalt. I don't know, it's just got a long name on the bottom of this thing, but it's Cobalt Blue, all right, from Carolina Herrera. I love this stuff. I hadn't worn in a while, and I'm ashamed to say it, but when your collection is where mine is, some stuff just kind of gets lost in the fold, but it's not on purpose. At least not for me, it's not. This right here is nice. I love it. It has this had a freshness to it. There's a spice to it and a beautiful plum and truffle note that really creates this very nice, sensual, somewhat sexy vibe. That's what it gives. And the dry down is beautiful in this thing. The plum in here reminds me of what the plum does in 1 Million Lucky. So that's where the not comparisons, but the similarities kind of come into play there if you've heard that before, because it does play kind of a little bit how it does in Lucky. But this stuff is good. On my skin, I get a decent performance. I get around that 7 to 8 hour mark. This stuff was great, a great wear for the office, and I got a compliment at the very beginning of my day with this fragrance on Tuesday from the house of Carolina Herrera. We went with Cobalt Blue. Cobalt Blue. Of course, Carolina Herrera has those funky bottle styles, all right? Up next on Wednesday, man, this is one of the more polarizing scents in the fragrance community, but I love this stuff. I love this house, and I'm really getting more acquainted with what they have to offer. From the house of Hermes, we have H24, the EDP. H24, the EDP. As y'all can see, a dent is starting to really creep up in that bottle. Man, this stuff is so good, man. Mossy, florals, woods. Really gives off this really masculine confidence. This is not for everybody. I've heard people say it smells like bananas. You do get this metallic nature to it for sure, but a banana feel. So I kind of almost can see what that's being said, why that's being said, but I don't get a banana feel, but I understand it, if that makes sense, but what my nose picks up. But not for everyone. Masculine, very like I ain't gonna say traditional, because it's not. Hermes takes chances with their DNA, and they did it with this one. Get your nose on this one, or anything that I talk about. This is not blind buy worthy at all, so get your nose on it. Very masculine, very different, niche designer level for sure. And I really enjoy wearing this stuff, and it's a beast on me, man. I work long days, so I'm around that 9 to 10 to maybe 11 hour mark. Just depends on what's going on with my day. And this stays true. It stays present off my skin, at least. From the house of Hermes, we got H24 on Wednesday. All right, moving along to Thursday. Man, I don't really wear this house that much. I don't own a lot from this house, but this is my favorite from the house, from the line for sure. And it's very, very popular, but I don't know if this one is. From the house of Gucci. All right, we went with Gucci Guilty, Pour Homme, EDP. A spicy rose is what I get with this fragrance for sure. A balsamic feel that accompanies that spice. But the one thing I really like about this, as it gets to the dry down, the rose really shows up to be a little powdery. The florals in here kind of give a little powdery tone to it when it gets to the dry down. So you open up with this big spice, this rose feel, and then on the dry down, it kind of gets a little bit more softer, so to speak, but in a good way. So I really like the experience that I get with this. And wearing it to the office, I got another compliment. So it doesn't lean feminine, but rose is present. And then fellas, you know, I know the conversation of rose could be here or there for some of us, but this is one that you might want to get your nose on if you're interested in getting into the rose. Get into a rose note style for fragrances. This is one to even, you know, just get your nose on, sample it, go to your department store. Everybody probably has it still, but this is what my choice was on Thursday, and I really enjoyed it. From the house of Gucci, we have Gucci Guilty, Pour Homme, the EDP. All right, on Friday, man, we got a package in. Shout out to my friends over at So Avant Garde. They sent me a package over, and I was able to experience this fragrance. This is the top niche line that I've been really spending time with over the past year. And we're going to talk about this a little bit more in depth in future content. But I debuted this on Friday, and this stuff is amazing. From the house of Nishane, we went with Hashivat X. Hashivat X. Number one, the presentation and with this bottle and everything is so beautiful. Love the X line. But to give my base thoughts on it for my wear on Friday, first time wearing it, you get that Hashivat feel, okay? You get that opening, pineapple-y, but with this one, you get this freshness from like a lime as well. And it's present. It's you kind of get a quick, feeling of some fresh cut lime battling out that temporary sweetness of the pineapple. But the oak moss in here is very, very present. That masculine vibe, that heavy tone of the fragrance makes itself known. But with this one, it's just a little bit more fresher than the original, all right? And I love the original, but I can't help but think what the X line has done with freshening up these fragrances and added some elements to it. And this one right here, Shine, beast of a performer, just like the OG. There's some differences in here, and I'll talk about those in future, very soon with future content. But this was my experience on Friday. Going to continue to wear this and spend more time with it, and kind of let you guys know how I feel about Hashivat X is what we wore on Friday. This stuff is good. It's good on Friday. Hashivat X from the Chanel. Okay, and last but not least, on Saturday, one of my favorites from this house. I have a very sweet spot, soft spot for Chanel, and this is one that every time I wear it, I'm just reminded of just how good it is. From the house of Chanel, we have Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. Eau Extreme. Man, I've told the story before, and you hear these stories out here about Eau Extreme that when you know, people say, oh, it only lasts an hour or 2 hours on my skin. Listen, I felt the same way when I got it. And I was like, wow, this just doesn't last long. Maybe I'm getting a nosmic to it. Maybe my nose is just fatigued already. But I've had this fragrance for almost 3 years now, and it's definitely macerated over time, because that experience that I once had, truthfully and honestly, is not there. I'm getting solid performance out of this. The mint, the vanilla, the citrus in this thing has really blended together, and I notice it because the sandalwood in here gives it this creamy base, gives it this healthy body to it. But throughout my day, and it wasn't hot, it was a warmer day in the afternoon, comfortable and breezy during the morning and in the evening time. And I promise you, I go to work very, very early in the morning. By the time I get home and get settled, kids got homework, all running errands, whatever we got going on, by the time it's time to take my shower for the evening, I take my shirt off. I always spray one spray for me, and this was there. It was present, washed throughout the day. I was catching it. So I don't know, y'all, you know, if anybody's had that experience when they first got this fragrance and it just didn't perform well, but over time it started to perform even better, let me know, because I've heard some people say that that has happened. I'm curious to know if anybody else experienced it. On Saturday, to wrap up the week, really enjoyed wearing this, man. I'm gonna have to double back on this one sooner than later. From the house of Chanel, we have Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. Eau Extreme. I feel that this is a must. You know, Bleu de Chanel, Bleu de Chanel, Bleu de Chanel, and I talk about Bleu de Chanel, especially the parfum ad nauseum. This is one to look into, fellas, to add to the arsenal, so to speak. All right, y'all, so that's gonna wrap up this week's version of the weekly rotation video. Let me know down below, of course, as always, what did you guys wear? What were your experiences? Did you wear something new? Are you not wearing something ever again? What is it that you guys experienced this past week with your weekly rotations wear? Drop them down below in the comments. I look forward to reading them every week, look forward to the interactions. So let's chop it up down below in the comments, all right? We're on the road to 9,000 subscribers. We are getting there very, very fast, man. And I just thank everybody who decides to rock with the channel, to be members of the Smell Good family. And, you know, I'm having a blast and having a great time, for sure. All right, so until next time, man, y'all be cool, y'all be safe, take care of yourselves. Y'all know what it is. Splack it up, splack it down, splack it that thing all around. I mean, all around. All right, and remember, what you put onto this world is exactly what you are going to get back. I'm a firm believer in that. Maybe you should be too. I'm not trying to tell you what to do or nothing. Do what you want. All right, y'all be cool, man. We'll see you on the next one.